Yo, oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Sonic 3, peak fiction. I had to say it. Somebody has to say it. Sonic 3, cinema. Somebody has to say it. It's cinema. I can't lie to you, bruh. It's currently 10:52 in the morning, about to be 11 a.m. I went to go see Sonic last night, and then I gotta get home till like 12, so then I just like knocked out. I'm not gonna lie. I will say I had high expectations for that movie just because of how everybody was hyping it up so much. It definitely met those expectations, maybe even surpassed them a little bit, to be honest. Maybe even surpassed them a little bit. So yeah, I went to Wendy's before I went to the movies, and I got like a biggie bag and a drink and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest, I tried to sneak it in. It did not work. They caught me red-handed. I put the food like in my jacket and everything, and I was trying to like make it look like my hands are in my pocket. But they saw right through that. They're like, nah, you can't bring food in here. Sorry, dude. And I was like, fuck, damn it. So then I went back to my car, and I had a cheeseburger, fries, and nuggets. I got a biggie bag, a junior bacon cheeseburger. All right. So I'm going all incognito. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting my food in there one way or the other. I take my junior bacon cheeseburger, put it in my chest pocket. I take my chicken nuggets, put it in my jacket pocket, and I take my fries and I put it in my jeans pocket. My jeans have like a lot of like pockets. It's like a stylized jeans. So don't go thinking I just took my fries out the container and just stuffed them in my pocket like a freakazoid, because that's not what happened. Okay, they were still in the container. I just had enough space in my like one of my jean pockets down on my leg, and I put that bad boy in there. Boom, simple as that, right? So yeah, I go in there, I finally make it in. I go find my seat in the movies, and I was ready. I was trying so hard not to like eat my food before the actual movie started. Those movie credits felt so long, bro. They have so many movie credits now, or like previews and stuff now. Like, they're so long, and half of the movies are kind of ass. There's only like one or two movies during those previews that actually were kind of good. The rest of them were just ass. But the seat that I got, I actually really liked. I wasn't too close to the screen. I wasn't too far back. I was like plopped right in the middle, and just like the placement and everything is like the screen was just like right in the middle. It was nice. It was even. It felt great. Like, I had a nice seat, and like the seats had like recliners and everything, and oh my gosh, man, it was great. Getting into the movie. Also, I'm gonna just kind of like recall the events that I remember from the movie and everything as it happens. So this is a spoiler warning. I'm probably gonna be spoiling some stuff. So yeah, right off the bat, the movie picks up really fast. Like, it just kind of gets straight into it, and I actually like that a lot. They didn't beat around the bush a lot. It moved really fast paced in the beginning, which is like, you know, makes sense for a Sonic film. Gotta go fast, I guess. Sorry. Yeah, so the movie starts with Sonic and, you know, Team Sonic, and long story short, they're celebrating his birthday, whatever they called it. Basically celebrating his Earth birthday, the day that he like landed on Earth or whatever, it's just cool. It was really nice interaction between like the Sonic team in general and then like the actual humans. Although, like, I'm not gonna lie, the actual humans they still don't feel like a strong point in the Sonic movie series. Like, they aren't, their acting isn't bad per se. Like, it's not bad. It's kind of just like they feel like they feel like dumbed down, you know. They felt very dumbed down, because I mean, it makes sense though, because they're just trying to get straight to the point. They just want to set it up. That happens. We get some scenes with Shadow, you know, breaking out of his fucking chronopod or whatever the hell it's called, his cryo freeze shit, his pod. his healing chamber from Dragon Ball Z, and he just starts, honestly, he just starts murking the soldiers, like straight up. He just starts like just bodying soldiers, and then he starts going on a rampage and shit and blowing up stuff and just beating soldiers up and everything in the city in Tokyo, I think. Team Sonic gets alerted and gets picked up and is temporarily working with Gun at that time to figure out what's happening. So Gun is like, Team Sonic is kind of like Gun's secret weapon, basically. They're like, oh man, we're kind of getting our ass kicked. Yo, where's Team Sonic at? Get him in here. And they pick up Team Sonic. They're on the plane, and they fly over Tokyo, and they see like an explosion or whatever, and basically that's their signal to like jump out the plane and go see what's going on. And I love the references. This movie is filled with so many references, dude. It's filled with references like from top to bottom, and it's crazy because they don't feel forced. Like they feel very natural in the movie, the references, and it's nice. They have small references, big references. So as Sonic's jumping out the plane, he says the iconic line like, talk about a low budget flight, no food or drinks, I'm out of here, blah blah blah. And he jumps out the plane. And when he said that, I was like, that one meme that has the I forgot who it was, Leo DiCaprio maybe, and he's smoking and drinking, and he's like, that was me. That was literally me in the movie theater. But yeah, so basically they touch down, they meet Shadow, and there wasn't a whole lot of talking going on. There was a whole lot of action though, which is something I love. Again, I can't stress enough how good the action is in this movie. It's literally like, it's anime-esque action, but in a live action Hollywood movie, which is crazy. And it feels like they got it right, like they did it right. I previously saw a tweet or something someone saying this is the closest thing that we're getting to a live action Dragon Ball movie, and like, I understand that tweet now. Like, I understand that tweet. Like, the action is so good in that movie. So yeah, basically the Shadow meets Team Sonic. Shadow bodies Team Sonic. Shadow is so strong in this movie. It's kind of like, damn, will Sonic even catch up to him? Like, I don't. I was kind of going in there with the idea of like Shadow and Sonic eventually becoming like rivals, I guess. But Shadow is so much stronger than Sonic. It's kind of crazy. Like, he single-handedly just bodies Team Sonic. Like, first he bodies Knuckles, he bodies Tails, he beats the hell out of Sonic, man. Oh my gosh. And he ends up escaping. And just skipping ahead a little bit, I think at that point we get revealed to a little bit of Shadow's backstory with Maria. We get revealed to Professor Robotnik, Dr. Eggman's granddad, Dr. Eggman's granddad. And yeah, we kind of just like, Team Sonic ends up going to this place called Chow Garden, which is crazy. Chow Garden is confirmed in Sonic the movie, but instead of there actually being chows, it's just like I guess like a restaurant or something that has live entertainment as well. So yeah, we get to see Chow Garden. I forgot what they call him. I don't think he's the president. He might be like the president of Gun or something, but he's not like the president like it was in the actual SA2 game. The story is vastly different from the SA2 game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of beat points that are the same, but a lot of stuff happens differently, or just like is rearranged entirely. We get to see the president, whatever, and this is actually how we get introduced to Professor Robotnik, if I'm not mistaken, because Eggman's drones pulls up at the Chow Garden, starts blasting everything, blowing everything up, man. And the professor, like, I think he just straight up dies. Like, he just straight up dies there. Obviously, like, they can't get gory with it and show like a lot of blood and everything, but he literally like gets hit by a rocket or some shit from one of the drones, and he straight up just dies in the Chow restaurant. And I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, in that way, it kind of like exceeded my expectations. There's actual people just like kind of dying in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. And Shadow is just over here like, yeah, I'm about to kill him. I'm about to murder him. He's kind of just like, yo, I love Maria and everything, and I'm thankful I got to meet her. But I'm about to get revenge on everybody who kept me trapped. I'm about to body everybody. And I'm like, damn, Shadow, this is crazy. And he was actually doing that throughout the movie. Like, he was not afraid to like one tap somebody. I was like, damn, yo. But yeah, but it makes sense because it's like these little rats are strong as hell. They're strong as hell. So it's understandable that Shadow, if he really wanted to, he can like one tap a human, to be honest. He almost did that to Tom. But yeah, so the president or whoever dies, they meet up with Robotnik, and they're like, yo, are these your egg drones? What the hell did you do, bruh? And Robotnik is all fat and ugly, and he's like playing with his belly. And so long story short, Team Sonic teams up with Team damn, hello? Okay, let's try that again. Take two. Action. So long story short, Team Sonic teams up with Eggman and his assistant, and they track down who it is. They find out it's Professor what the hell? Professor Robotnik. And the whole, like, throughout the entire movie, like, there's like constant themes that you're able to notice, like the theme of family and the theme of pain and the theme of like not letting pain change you. And every character, like, not every character, but every major character in the story, like, you can see there's like a parallel story going on like with them as the story goes. So a lot of the characters have parallel like ideologies, and as the movie progresses, they eventually like split off. Like Eggman and Professor Robotnik, they both have like their very similar ideologies that are like parallel to each other, but towards the end of the movie you can kind of see how like their mentality and the way that they were raised in the current era kind of like, you know, differentiates how they want to do things, how they see things, how they actually are. Same thing with Shadow and Sonic. They're throughout the movie, they are virtually painted as like the same character, like same situation, but slightly different experiences and thought processes that lead them down a different path. But yeah, so we figure out who's behind everything. Eggman figures out that he has a grandpappy again, and he gets all happy and everything. He's like, yo, I never had family. This is crazy. Like, this is my only family member alive. And they make it believable. Like, it's understandable that Eggman would do that, especially being like he's all depressed and all alone now. So it makes sense. Then he wants to hang on to his only family member. So yeah, that happens. And they eventually end up teaming up. Like, who would have thought? And Team Sonic ends up getting done dirty. They're basically like on the losing end. So eventually Team Sonic is kind of stumped, and they're like, bro, like, we can't do anything. We're kind of getting bodied. And they start to uncover a lot of information about Gun as well. And they're like, damn, we can't even trust Gun at this point. So at a certain point, Team Sonic isn't working with Gun. They're kind of like independently trying to figure stuff out themselves. Sonic pieces together just what happened to Shadow. He gets the general idea of like, okay, this dude is really just hurting. Eventually, towards the end of the movie, oh my god, it gets so hype, and like all throughout the movie they're playing like actual Sonic music, but like different renditions of it, and it's so fire, bro. It's so fire. Towards the end of the movie, or not the end, but like starting to get to the end of the movie, Team Sonic is just stumbled to trying to figure out what to do, and Sonic is just like, nah, bro, we gotta use the Master Emerald. We gotta use the Chaos Emeralds. Like, we have to. That's the only way we can do something. He is bodying everybody. And Knuckles is like, hell nah. Like, no. You know, Knuckles being the guardian of the Emerald and everything. And in the previous Sonic films, they agreed to never use like the Emeralds for violence or whatever. And so now Knuckles and Sonic is about to square up. And they're like Sonic is playing no games, bro. Like, he's pissed. Okay, wait. I actually have to go back a little bit to why Sonic is pissed. In order to use the Eclipse Cannon, the thing that Gerald Robotnik built, they need 2 key cards. So the first key card was on the president who died and gave it to Sonic. The second key card is at a gun facility, which Team Eggman, consisting of Shadow, Eggman, Gerald, and the assistant, Team Sonic, which is consisting of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Tom's wife, I forgot her name, can't remember the humans' names, I'm not gonna lie. And then there's Gun, and they have to get into the Gun facility to get the second key card. So now everybody's converging to one point at the Gun facility, and that's where all hell breaks loose. Everybody's fighting left and right. Shadow is in there, bah, 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 bah. Shadow's in there going crazy, I'm not gonna lie. One of the actual soldiers gets a hold of the key card, and Tom has to like Slick turn into he has like this device on his neck that lets him turn into somebody, and he has to turn into the president, and to basically like trick this person. The person is like, President, I thought you were dead. What are you doing? And he's like, I survived. I'm just like that. Let me get that key card. And she ends up giving it to him after some hesitation, of course, but she ends up giving it to him. Tom was still in the disguise of the president when he got the key card, and he's kind of like running away. And Shadow sees Tom, or Shadow sees the president, and you know Shadow's on like a revenge mission for Gun. He's on a death mission for Gun. He wants to kill Gun, and so he sees the president of Gun. And he's like, hell yeah, it's about to get devious. And this man Shadow like charges up and one punches Tom, and Tom goes flying, and he's like incapacitated. And that's when Sonic shows up, and he's like, and that's when Sonic really just starts getting mad. That shonen anger started coming out, because at this point, like, Sonic thinks Tom is dead, which really sets it off in his head, that like, nah, I gotta beat Shadow's ass now. Like, there's no more games. Like, I'm beating him down. And Shadow escapes, and then that's when the whole thing happens with Knuckles and Sonic about like the Master Emeralds and whatever, and they almost start fighting, and then Knuckles is just like, you know what? No, we're not gonna fight. We're a team, and we promise to trust each other. So I'm gonna trust you using the Master Emeralds for good, and for you to do the right thing. And Sonic eventually and at this point in the movie, Sonic's demeanor is completely changed, because again, he's under the impression that that Tom is dead. So his demeanor in the movie completely changes, and it really like reflects Shadow. He acts a lot like Shadow at this point, because he's just out for vengeance. He's just seeking vengeance. In his head, he thinks like, yo, Shadow pulled up. He looks like me. He's killing people. He killed Tom. Now I gotta body him. And so Sonic gets the Super Emeralds. I mean, not Super Emeralds, the Master Emeralds. And he just literally just powers up instantly to Super Sonic. Bro goes Super Saiyan instantly, and just powers up. He flies straight up into space, goes right through the Eclipse Cannon, and immediately just grabs Shadow by his scuff and starts beating the shit out of him all the way down to Earth. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so yeah, now they're just fighting and everything. And oh my gosh, yo, the battle is crazy. I will say, the trailers for this movie, they alter the trailers for this movie to not spoil anything, because the way that stuff happens in the trailers is not how it happens in the movies. And so Sonic is just beating down Shadow, and Shadow is just like, Shadow is not about to let Sonic beat his ass. Like, Shadow he does like this really cool like force palm move, and he forces the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic for a second, and they both go running towards the emeralds, and they clash, and they both power up, and they quite literally are like fighting all over the earth. They're like punching each other, teleporting all over the earth and everything, and it looks so crazy. It looks so amazing, bro. It literally looked like a Dragon Ball fight. Like, it was crazy. Like, think Dragon Ball Super Broly, when they were fighting so much to the point that the snowy biome, like, it got scarred and deterred, and it turned into straight just lava everywhere and everything. That's what happened in the Sonic movie, not even joking. Like, they were just beating each other down, scarring the earth, and like there was like lava and everything coming up everywhere, and it was crazy. And that one scene that's in the movie of Shadow kind of like blocking Sonic, I think it was on this arm maybe, Shadow kind of like blocking Sonic's hit. So Shadow is blocking Super Sonic's punch, and Shadow is actually Super Shadow at that point, but the movie, like the trailers, didn't want to spoil that, so they kind of made him look like a regular Shadow. But Shadow is Super Shadow at that point, And oh my gosh, bro, Super Shadow looks amazing. They designed him so like his fur is lighter than Sonic's, but he has like a slight like pink hue around him, and it looks really really cool. And so yeah, that whole thing happened. They're just battling. Long story short, they end up on the moon. Like they end up on the moon, and Sonic is about to. Throughout the fight, Super Sonic starts overpowering Super Shadow. And at that point, Sonic is like, he's about to finish off Shadow. Pause. He's about to finish off Shadow, and he has his fist up. And he's about to like punch Shadow in the face and end him right there. But then he remembers Tom's words, and Tom was like, "Don't let your pain change who you are." And he realized that like Shadow let his pain change who he was, which led him to become the person that he is right now. And Sonic didn't want to become that person. So while they're sitting on the move, also they can breathe in space. And so while they're sitting on the moon, they're just talking. And Sonic is like kind of explaining how he feels in the moment, which causes Shadow to open up and be like, just really like think about everything and think about Maria and everything, and really just talk to Sonic and open up to Sonic and really just be like, damn, bro, like maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Like maybe this is not the way. Revenge isn't the way. And so they do a cool ass pose where they hold their hands like this, like a bro thing, and they both power up to Super Sonic and Super Shadow. And Gerald releases like a swarm, an absolute wave of robots into space, and they're just like flying through space. Super Sonic, Super Shadow, Sonic's X type beat, and they're just beating all the robots and everything, and it's so cool. And oh my gosh, I got chills when they started playing Live and Learn, bro. They started playing Live and Learn, but like, obviously like a different rendition of Live and Learn for the movie specifically, but still, they started playing Live and Learn, and that shit was amazing. I was in there like, that shit was awesome, bro. But yeah, long story short, they fire the Eclipse Cannon, and Super Sonic and Super Shadow are like the only thing stopping the Eclipse Cannon from hitting Earth. They're both using their powers to hold back the Eclipse Cannon in space. While on the inside, Eggman is fighting Gerald Robotnik for control and everything. They're going crazy, beating each other down. Long story short, Tails and Knuckles pulls up to help Eggman in the Eclipse Cannon, and they eventually beat Gerald. Gerald actually just straight up dies. Like they straight up like Eggman throws him into like the chaos energy thing that's powering the Eclipse Cannon, and he literally just like fries. Like he just like, it looks like a bug zapper. Like he just fries and like disintegrates. He literally just dies, and they don't care. They don't say anything about it actually. It's so funny. But yeah, so they eventually turn the Eclipse Cannon away from Earth, and it ends up like slicing a piece of the moon. So I hope they keep that. I hope they keep that in future movies. Like a piece of the moon is kind of like sliced off or something. So they end up slicing off a piece of the moon, and Sonic ends up losing consciousness and starts falling down to Earth. And then Tails tries to go and get Sonic, but then Tails loses consciousness, falling with Sonic, and then Knuckles jumps down and catches both of them and throws a teleport ring and goes to the ring. And then Shadow decides that he's gonna sacrifice himself by pushing the actual Eclipse Cannon away from Earth, because the Eclipse Cannon is about to self-destruct, and with all that chaos energy that's using to power the Eclipse Cannon, that could like, it could take Earth with it and like send a hella radiation down to Earth and all this other crazy stuff. So both Shadow and Eggman end up sacrificing themselves, which is sad. And the Eclipse Cannon just blows up in a brilliant galaxy looking light. And I do think that might be like, I don't know, I kind of feel like that might be the end of Eggman, but who knows, he might have found some way to survive. Honestly, Shadow might have saved him. But yeah, that's the end of the main movie. Moving on to the post-credit scenes. Oh my goodness, the post-credit scenes were awesome. You guys won't believe what I saw in these post-credit scenes, man. They revealed Metal Sonic. This man, Metal Sonic, just pulls up on Sonic and starts like fighting. And not only did they reveal Metal Sonic, they revealed Mecha Sonic, like the silver one. They revealed Mecha Sonic as well, bro. So it's Metal Sonic, and there's just hella Mecha Sonics surrounding Sonic, and he's about to get his ass jumped until you see a giant Pico Hammer fly into the scene, bro. And you know who they reveal next? Chris from Sonic X. No, I'm kidding. They reveal Amy the Hedgehog, bro. Amy Rose. Amy Rose, man. They reveal the girl. And she's looking all badass, like a hood on and everything. And he's like, who are you? And she takes it off, and it reveals to be Amy. So we just got confirmed Amy and Metal Sonic in the next movie, which is crazy. They also just confirmed this morning or yesterday that they're already working on the next movie, and it's gonna be a while before it comes out though. They said I think like spring of 2027 if we're all still alive then. But yeah, that shit was absolutely crazy. It was such a good movie. It was peak cinema. I recommend it. 10 out of 10. If you haven't seen it yet, please go see it. You know, show this movie support, because they're really like, they have attention to detail on such a level that it's actually crazy to think like this is just like a video game movie. You know, it's much more than a video game movie at this point, and they're really treating everything with care. Even though like there's like a lot of corny stuff within the movie, but like what else do you expect? It's kind of like it's the movie is targeted towards like teens and kids and stuff, you know. I say teens because they were kind of pushing the envelope in this movie in terms of like killing and death and like talking about killing and stuff like that. That's not typically in kids movies, which is why I say like teens and stuff, preteens, teens. But yeah, regardless, it was still a very good movie. 10 out of 10. I can't wait to like see more content and everything regarding like the Sonic movie franchise. And yeah, if you saw the movie, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Actually, no, I lied. We're not done yet. Okay, so now really quickly, I kind of want to just like, I want to go on X or Twitter, and hold on, and I just want to kind of like look at what everybody's saying, like look at the community's reactions and stuff like that. So let me see. Boom, there we go. Okay, so we got X going on here. Sonic movie 3, you feel me? Let's see. I did this like 7 times during Sonic movie 3. Facts. The amount of references is crazy. God, the ending of Sonic movie 3 was so deadly. Dies from peak fiction. The year of 2010. Absolute cinema. Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. First movie to suck you off in the theater. What? What the fuck? Sonic movie 3 woke up a side of me I thought it died years ago. Hey. Hey. I saw this original picture when he first posted it. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Sonic movie 3, man. See, look, Sonic 4 in the works. The theaters, spring 2027. In the works already is kind of crazy. Aw. That's fire. Also, the movie, like, had heavy implications about this man and some sort of relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. Leaked Sonic 3 movie 3 scene. Yeah, like I said, Metal Sonic was in the end of the movie, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, they literally did this exact like scene when they both went super together to stop all the robots. Like when I said they did like the bro thing, this is exactly what they did, like bar for bar. They did the Latina reference. Yeah, Movie Shadow canonically likes Latinas, you know. And then Tails just pops up on the screen. Tails, what have you done with my Latinas? It's so good, bro. It's so good. Oh my god, this is fire. Oh yeah. They realize Sonic lore won't fit in 3 movies. Sonic 4 is officially in the works. Yeah, literally. This is when they both become like, this is when they're battling and they both become super, going insane. Holy shit. Yeah, also we kind of got to see like a classic Shadow towards the end, because they do like this animation with all the characters in like a classic form, and we kind of like see a classic Shadow. It's kind of fire. Little spoilers here, but yeah, they did this. And then when they went super together and they crossed each other, they also did the same thing, bro. It's crazy. Oh yeah, this is when Eggman meets his grandpappy. Let's see, what else is here? Oh yeah, this is the scene where Shadow is actually like super in here instead of what this is. They just altered it for the trailer, but Shadow is actually Super Shadow right there. Yeah, the movie is absolutely amazing. Oh wow, we have people just straight up posting the clips on here. And this is the scene that that happened when they were just sitting on the moon and just talking about life and shit, and realizing like maybe we don't, you know, Shadow's just like, maybe I don't gotta be a dickhead all the time. But yeah, this was an amazing movie. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the movie, please. And I'll see you later. Peace.